Hello everybody, so finally the video update everybody was waiting on in the group. Our altcoins. I will not cover BTC here in detail again. If you do want to watch the latest BTC analysis, just check out the prior video and you can watch that one for day trades and what I'm looking at the higher time frame, but this video will be strictly about altcoins. We take a look about ETH BTC very quickly. ETH BTC is always a really nice indicator where we're standing altcoin strength wise. So we finally yet again broke out of this downward trend line, and as long as we can hold this, we're above monthly, we broke down of this trend line, I see nothing in the way trending all the way back up to yearly open. I'm not particularly trading this pair, but I am looking at it for a little bit of a, well, yeah, sentiment check and strength check for kind of like the altcoins that are on our Sdexes, right, on the main centralized exchanges. So this is what I'm keeping a very close eye on. I do want to see it. Trendline retest is fine, would be okay if you get another little bit volatility event for BTC, but I kind of really want to see it maintain above our downward trend line. So definitely keep an eye on that. Now we are, 1 second, going to start with our altcoins. Really nothing all that much is changed. I have really all the same positions. You guys in the group already have been on board. We have some additions for my private group. That was Dubbz, Paal AI, which was a recommendation from a friend. I did not find that one by myself. And Hilo, we all have been in for a while. So all of this has already been doing really well. So we're gonna be going over them really quickly. Now that we have seen BTC's move, and they were all not so much affected by it. I'm a lot more happy to redistribute the profits that we have been taking over the last couple of weeks. Everything was running crazy, and we were kind of like, well, I was in this anticipation of this BTC drop, and I wanted to make sure at some point, you always need to make sure when things ran hot, 5, 10x and more, you need to at some point secure some profits. And now I'm fine. I saw the BTC drop. I kind of know where my risk is. I kind of saw the reaction on these projects on a bigger BTC drop. And now I am a lot more comfortable redistributing over the next 1 or 2 weeks. There is no rush, just continuously buying. And some, of course, the liquidity is not so great. You cannot just go and buy big tranches of these coins, right? So we're gonna be starting. This is one we have been in the group accumulating on this really nice downturn here. So 0x0 I think is setting up now finally to maybe make a move. This has not moved. This is one. There were 2 that haven't moved yet. That was 0x0 and Kata. Kata we traded in the first half of the year for I think 12x. And it is yet to run again, but I think it's shaping up nicely, and we will be taking a look in a sec. But 0x0 definitely on the very top of the list for me. We in the group, we have been accumulating. We're sitting pretty here at this point, and I'm still looking to build the position a little bit more aggressively now. Then there is Sdex. 1 second. This is on BitGet. I wanted the one with the price history. I think this is the one that we were working with for some reason. Yes. So Sdex, we sold really nicely. That was a really great sell. And I am personally, yes, it ran a lot. We in the group, we were literally in. We bought it on the 2nd day after launch, which was really nice. So I am looking to more aggressively now. We were waiting and waiting. Here was already, man, was not aggressive enough, but yet again we sold off. But now I am fine starting to reallocate 50% of the profits that I have been taking so far. And the way that I will be doing it, 50% of that position I will be scaling in on however low it goes, just very, very slowly, every day or every 2 days, however you like to do that. And the other half I will be scaling in once we can get back above this kind of this level up here and hold above, because then I think we are ready to make new highs. That's kind of how I'm trying to a little bit. It is a little bit difficult to manage risks on these these positions on Uniswap and so on, but this is a way that I'm doing this. Like average half position in on the downside, this is something I have high conviction in, and then the other half to the top side, so I'm not completely caught pants down. That is the plan for Sdex. I'm gonna close this. 0x0 is also clear. Then I will take a look at, 1 second, let me pull it up here. I know this is it is a little bit controversial, but I will cover it nonetheless because I was asked. You have to make up your own mind if you want to trade, if you don't want to trade it. Right, for me this is all about the trading. I do not care really, well, about anything else but that, because that's my profession after all. So open exchange token, we have been traded this for a really long time. It is kind of looking hopefully to give a nicer lower retest down here. Yes, there is some risk involved, of course, with the guys running this exchange. I don't think I have to go into detail with this whole 3 Arrows Capital Odyssey or Odyssey. So this is definitely something that we in the group, we have been trading it, and usually the most hated stuff, it was the same with Rollbit. People were hating on it, and it was giving us personally, us in the group, the biggest gains of the year so far in the first half of the year, and then also a second time around. But now I'm done with Rollbit. I'm gonna just keep my little moon bag, and that is it. And we will later talk about some other options to Rollbit as well. But open exchange token, definitely they are listing a lot of good stuff. So and everything what you can trade, you can trade the claims on there and stuff like that. You know that, of course, everything that has happened, I'm not gonna like brush over that. It's all bad, this is all not good. But if you're just looking from an investment trading standpoint, yes, there's a little bit this dangerous situation with if the guys are actually gonna like be put to jail or not. Yes, then of course that would not be good for the token, but as always, it is higher risk investments. You need to, like for me, the second I buy either one of those, these are positions, I write them off in my head as zero. If they go to zero, it is what it is. So that you need to keep in mind. Okay, that was that. And then we are going to look at something that has given us really, really amazing returns. That was Dark. Cooled off a little bit, but I said before, we were getting in all the way down here. So very, very important. This from the very first entries, this ran, 10x. This should not hurt you, even if you're adding onto this position. No matter if this goes to zero tomorrow, you should not be losing money on this. This is just very, very important. This is definitely one that I think can go a long ways. One of my favorite ones with the bot narrative. So Dark definitely up there. Then we are going over to Cough. I will be doing an update video very soon. Hopefully tomorrow. I hope I can do it before I am leaving for London Monday morning. But Cough, they launched a game. I'm still yet to play it because I have been so busy. Life has been a little bit crazy. So sometimes how it is, but I will be doing it tonight and tomorrow, and then hopefully we'll be recording an update video for Cough, see where the team is going, see if everything works out the way it's supposed to. But this chart still looks good, everything's looking nice, nothing really to worry about. We have been in ever since the very beginning of the year. This is also a project. This is up so much. Just make sure, I'm not saying it goes to zero, but anything can go to zero. You do not know in crypto ever what's going to happen. You need to make sure that this, no matter what happens, is not going to hurt you. That's all I'm saying. So COF is still in there. Then a new addition we had in the group for a while. And if you want to be early on some of these calls, you feel free to join my private group. Dubbz, we are already up, I think at this point, over 200%. I absolutely love it. You guys know that anything with gaming I absolutely love. I have a couple of my gaming friends checking out COF, checking out Dubbz, kind of see does it really work properly and all these type of things. So this is definitely still on top of the list. I'm holding this. I de-risked 50% of the position, and now I can just let it, you know, ride very, very comfortably. Then this was a new position that I was recommended by a friend. This I did not find on my own. It did run a lot, but the potential is definitely there for a lot higher prices. So this is sometimes, you know, sometimes with these things, I often get asked like, oh man, something is up like 100% or whatever. How do I get in? It's like usually if I find a project that I really, really like, for example, with Dubbz, it was kind of like that. When I found it, I was like, it's already, you know, up a lot. But these things sometimes, they have such small market cap, most of them anyway. Well, this Paal has a little bit higher, it's 27 million. But like some of the other ones, they're like so small, they're like at 1 million, 2 million or whatever. They will run really, really quickly. So usually what I do, I just, you know, get kind of like my foot in the door and buy like a quarter or half the position size, and then I wait and see. In worst case, you know, if it really takes off and goes, then, you know, I'm on board, I'm not missing out. But if it does do a proper pullback of 20, 30, 40% or more, then I still, you know, am not like caught off guard. I can just redistribute a little bit more profits and average. And that's kind of like how I do it. You need to find a way for you that is comfortable. But sometimes, you know, you will miss stuff. There's so many projects. I mean, I kind of really had to melt down my list. It is not, you know, there's a lot of good project, a lot of stuff going on. And also depending on how your portfolio size is, you know, for some people it may make sense to have 10, but, you know, if you have a really small portfolio, it really doesn't make sense to have 10 different projects and stuff like that, right? But, you know, that is something you need to figure out on your own, how to do it in the most sensible way. Now we were at Paal and Hilo. We in the group, we are in for a very long time, and it has been rocketing ever since. I think this can go long ways, but this is also, if you're not on board, you know, just be wary of this. If it makes sizable pullbacks, not to be surprised, or like, you know, it's really just more like an update for the group. We are up a lot. I don't even know from the first buy-ins. We're at 0.05, so we're up already 300%. You know, this is nothing that should move against you anymore. And I will say this every time, because there's still people that then stuff is up, and, you know, sometimes with these projects something goes wrong and they end up actually losing money, and this is not necessary. Now we're gonna kind of go back to the casino narrative a little bit. Rollbit for me, I made so much money on Rollbit. It was the biggest winner of the year for me, the first half of the year, and the second run up that we had. So I have my moon bag, and now I kind of want to move on from that, because usually for me this was a 40x, and then we traded for another 10x. I'm good with it. I keep my moon bag, and this moon bag I will keep literally throughout the bull market. And that is really it. Maybe potentially, you know, next year, beginning of next year or something, once we have really larger, longer corrections and stuff going on, I may be open to that, of course, repurchasing that. But at this point right now, I am focused on a little bit other things. And that is blockchain bets. We traded it successfully one time. It made a nice little correction, quite not as low as I wanted to. But now if we can get back above this 151 level, I would be fine adding a little bit risk on, and I think then we can finally go beyond all-time high and rocket off. I just think at this point, yes, I think Rollbit with these casino things, and I can't answer this question anymore. You will always have risk. You will always have regulatory risk or something crazy or shady happening. But man, you know, it's just, you will not find an investment that can return you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x, and it doesn't have any risks. No matter, it will always have some type of risk. This just doesn't exist. So, you know, yes, and the same with blockchain bets. They can do something shady, some bullshit, and tomorrow it is a zero. It is what it is. You just need to choose your position size and your risk appropriately, right? So I think that what I actually wanted to say is, I think that blockchain bets can easier, you know, with a market cap from only 14 million, do a 10x from here if these narratives keep going and if they keep delivering, which it seems that they are, right? Then Rollbit making me another 10x from here. Yeah, Rollbit could make another 10x from here. I don't know, crazy bull market, anything is possible. But right now, I want to move my profits elsewhere, right? And keep the focus off. This train is gone. This made the crazy gains for me. And we still have the moon back, and then maybe down the road next year or something, we see if there's eventually a big buying opportunity, and they always come around. For me personally, just not right now. So blockchain bets is definitely one of them. And Winr on Arbitrum, we were already in. It made already some. We had this really, really nice trendline breakout. And like I said, this is not like the blockchain bets, definitely a little bit higher weighted for me personally, my portfolio, because of the a little bit the token economics on Winr. Maybe this is just a little bit in my head because, you know, of the farming and the token dumping and so on. Maybe not matter as much, especially it's not quite 5 million market cap. So, but definitely Winr, also one that I am holding. Also Hera. Hera is still in the portfolio, but it's just really only with the initial. I think what is hurting this a little bit, it was a really nice trade up that we had in the beginning of the year, and then we traded it up again. But right now, I would like to see momentum. And for me to add a full size position in this would be above $4. I want to see stuff. I think they want to go over Arbitrum and stuff like this. It's like, I don't see the momentum at the moment. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with the project. I just personally see stuff like 0x0 shaping up. Oh, Kata, we still need to look at. That's one of my main plays, like you guys know. I think I left that out by accident. We do it in a second. So this is something I want to see it above $4, and I'm a lot more comfortable because I think this could correct a lot lower down before going a lot higher. This is just really, really the only reason. And the same with Kuchi. It had kind of like Kuchira had a little bit of a I have to laugh about this myself. A breakout, but I can't really hold it. I personally still see issues with it until it gains momentum. These are things on these things. It's sometimes like an opportunity cost, right? Because you sit in it and nothing really happens, but other things are moving and shaping up nicer. They have, I would say, less, you know, resistance to just go up a lot more easier. And I see nothing wrong with the project. I just see some issues, and I covered in a separate video in the group that I would like to see resolved before stepping it full size, right? Or see it above $1 and go then slowly make its way in price discovery. Then is also a time where I see like, okay, now got momentum, now got the steam behind it, let's go. Then I'm fine missing out down here. And I think, yes, Kata. Oh my God, very important. Kata, you guys know that, definitely putting in the same category as 0x0, Sdex, and so on. One of our biggest winners with Rollbit in the first half of the year, shaping up really nicely. Team is building. I'm also going to be dropping a YouTube video about it. not much really more to say about it until, you know, you can wait on like a trend line breakout. You can play it like this, however you like. I mean, this is just something we accumulated all the way down here, and I'm still accumulating. Once we get a nice trend line breakout, gonna be maybe a little bit more aggressive. But for me, this is just where the money is right now on chain, and I want to have my full focus on that. There's one more new addition of projects that I have been recently adding, but I will be only dropping it in a private group. So if you would like to know what it is, feel free to check it out. Now let's go to our Sdex coins. We do not want to neglect them completely. Arbitrum, very clean play. But finally, some filled below $1. Good Lord, this took forever. I think I have these orders on Arbitrum and Sui for months and months now at this point. So very, very nice day trades even to be had here, like a nice little reclaim above the 102 level with target number 1, target number 2. Not much more to say. Arbitrum is one of the projects that I'm slowly accumulating. I want to hold this for the bull market, and not much more to say. If your day trading is nice close above 102, target 1, target 2, and then see if it can reclaim back up in that range. And that's really it. It's the weekend coming up. I'm not really looking to trade much. I'm unfortunately very time constrained that still. With Sui, still, I have a lot. I was really hoping for a scam wick on Kraken down to like, I don't know, I think I have orders down to like 5 cents or something. Stupid. Not saying it's going to go there, but on Kraken you never know. So this to day trade, I think personally there's a very, very little liquidity. This would be a nice trade. Reclaim this 60-cent range, and it's bound for higher prices. But other than that, Sui is just a play. I'm just slowly accumulating for the bull market, and personally I still think it's bound to have a massive run up at some point. And Pepe, yeah, gave the nice trendline break. If some of you day traded it, you should have been trailed. Monthly open, reclaim, you should have already, you know, I guess like the perfect underside retest of this support here. The guys that are working with me for a while perfectly executed. I'm very happy you guys are working so well with that. Now we have a nice swipe of the trend line reclaim. As long as this can hold above the trend line, this would be a potential day trade long for an underside retest and monthly open. But me personally, I would feel a lot more confident seeing a monthly open reclaim, target weekly open, recent highs, and then higher prices. But as you know, this is just for day trades, because I know some of you day trading this quite a lot. This is something I am holding a little bit for the bull market, and once I do see some bullish confirmation, and I talked about this in the other video, in the private group anyway, if I get some bullish confirmation here with BTC, then I will be a lot more aggressive with Arbitrum, Sui, and Pepe. As long as this is still kind of fucking around here, I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit more cautious with Sdex coins. The main action and the main focus is on chain, and I don't think so far nothing is changing anytime soon. I think this is in general. I mean, the biggest winners even in the last bull markets. If you think back, it was always on Uniswap. It was always on other chains. The action is once the stuff comes to the centralized exchanges, that's when we all already made most of our money. And yes, of course, you're still gonna make more money, but you know, to have these really 10, 20, 30x trades, you need to buy it before they come there. I do believe that Arbitrum, Sui, you know, and Pepe and stuff like this, yes, in a bull market, but for these we need the liquidity, right? There's a lot less liquidity needed for these lower cap coins to push them up. but stuff that has already a market cap of 100 million or whatever, you know, you need some volume, and the volume needs to come from somewhere. And for the volume to flow back in, we need Bitcoin to give the green light here, right? Otherwise, nobody wants to play with it. So other than that, this is really the update. I will cover 1, 2, actually 3 other coins in the private group and share them with you guys, what I am eyeing. And other than that, I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. I will try to post the COF update video tomorrow. I cannot promise it, but I will try, and I will be leaving for London Monday morning. And hopefully I will try to update as good as I can, but I will be back, I think, soonest probably Friday, Saturday next week for a video. But I think plans are really clear. Plans are straightforward with the high risk part of the portfolio, with Bitcoin, and also the setups on the Arbitrum, Sui, Pepe, and stuff like this. If you're trading it, I think everybody in the group should be very clear about what they are looking for. So I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend, and I catch you guys soon. Bye bye.